Deep beneath Vatican City lies a collection of documents so vast that it stretches more than 50 miles when measured shelf by shelf. For centuries, these archives remained sealed to outsiders, fueling endless speculation about what secrets the Church might be hiding. But the truth about restricted libraries around the world turns out to be far stranger than any conspiracy theory could imagine. The Vatican Apostolic Archives, once known as the Vatican Secret Archives, contains over 400 years of accumulated church documents, correspondence, and manuscripts. Until the late 19th century, absolutely no one outside the papal inner circle could access these materials. The word secret in the original name didn't mean concealed in the modern sense, but rather private, belonging exclusively to the Pope. Still, that didn't stop people from imagining the archives held everything from evidence of alien contact to the real secrets of Christianity. When Pope Leo XIII finally opened the archives to qualified researchers in the 1880s, scholars discovered something unexpected. Instead of smoking guns and forbidden knowledge, they found endless diplomatic correspondence, financial records, account books, and administrative documents spanning centuries. The most classified materials relate not to ancient mysteries, but to recent popes and contemporary church affairs. Everything after 1958 remains restricted, along with private records of church figures after 1922. These aren't sealed because they contain earth-shattering revelations, but because they involve living people and ongoing diplomatic relationships. What the archives do contain makes for fascinating reading. There are trial records of Galileo's condemnation, letters from kings and queens negotiating with popes, and documents from the Spanish Inquisition. One can find correspondence from Mary, Queen of Scots, written while she awaited execution, and the papal bull excommunicating Martin Luther. These documents paint a picture not of conspiracy, but of the Church as a major political and diplomatic force throughout European history. The Vatican also maintains something genuinely forbidden, the Index Librorum Prohibitorum, or Index of Forbidden Books. From 1560 until 1966, this list catalogued thousands of books Catholics were prohibited from reading without special permission. The list included works by Galileo, Copernicus, and Descartes, along with novels by Victor Hugo and Alexandre Dumas. Even Machiavelli's The Prince made the list, blamed for widespread political corruption. The index wasn't a collection itself, just a prohibition list. The Vatican never attempted to gather all the banned books in one place, despite persistent rumors of a secret library of forbidden texts. Halfway across the world in Portugal, the Biblioteca Joanina at the University of Coimbra employs perhaps the strangest preservation method of any library on Earth. This Baroque masterpiece, built between 1717 and 1728, houses over 200,000 volumes in 3 ornate halls decorated with gold leaf, exotic woods, and painted ceilings. But the library's most unusual feature lives behind the bookshelves. For more than 250 years, a colony of common pipistrelle bats has made the library their home. Every night, these tiny creatures emerge from behind the shelves to hunt insects that might otherwise damage the priceless manuscripts. The library staff protect the reading tables and furniture with leather covers each evening to shield them from bat droppings, then clean everything each morning. This arrangement provides completely natural pest control without any chemicals that might harm the books. The bats have become such an essential part of the library's ecosystem that they're considered employees in their own right. The Joanina Library restricts access not because the books contain forbidden knowledge, but because they're irreplaceable treasures requiring careful preservation. The building itself acts as a climate control system, with walls over 2 meters thick and a teak front door that maintains a constant temperature between 18 and 20 degrees Celsius. The oak shelves naturally repel insects with their scent, adding another layer of protection. Visitors can only enter in small guided groups at scheduled times, and the strict rules ensure these medieval volumes survive for future generations. At Yale University in Connecticut, the Beinecke Rare Book and Manuscript Library houses one of the world's most perplexing objects. The Voynich manuscript sits in their collection, a medieval book written entirely in a language no one has ever been able to read. The manuscript contains roughly 240 pages of text in an unknown script, accompanied by bizarre illustrations of plants that don't exist, astronomical charts that make no sense, and drawings of naked women bathing in green liquid inside strange tubes. Carbon dating places the manuscript's creation in the early 15th century, somewhere between 1404 and 1438. 5 different scribes appear to have worked on it, yet the language they used matches nothing known to exist. The text displays patterns similar to natural language, with common words appearing frequently and rare words showing up occasionally, but every attempt to decode it has failed. Professional cryptographers who broke enemy codes during both world wars tried and failed to crack the Voynich. Modern computers using machine learning have found hints of Hebrew influence in one analysis and suggested it might be a constructed language in another, but no translation has produced consistent results across multiple pages. The illustrations only deepen the mystery. Some images clearly show recognizable plants like sunflowers and wild pansies, but others depict botanical specimens that could never exist in nature. The astronomical sections contain zodiac symbols with labels that look Latin but aren't, floating disconnected from the surrounding script, as if 2 different systems are at work. The strangest sections show groups of nude women in elaborate plumbing systems, bathing in pools connected by pipes and tubes, their purpose completely unclear. The book passed through several notable hands over the centuries. Holy Roman Emperor Rudolph II purchased it in the late 16th century for 600 gold ducats, believing it to be the work of the medieval scholar Roger Bacon. That attribution has since been disproven by carbon dating, which places the manuscript 200 years after Bacon's death. Eventually, the manuscript made its way to a Jesuit college near Rome, where rare book dealer Wilfrid Voynich acquired it in 1912. The Beinecke displays a facsimile copy for curious visitors, but the original remains in secure storage. While the manuscript is accessible to qualified researchers in a controlled reading room under video surveillance, casual visitors can't simply walk in and flip through its pages. The library operates under strict security protocols ever since a well-known antiques dealer was caught in 2005 cutting maps from rare books with a blade. That incident led to prison time and dramatically increased security measures throughout the facility. The 6-story glass tower at the center of the Beinecke holds roughly 180,000 volumes, all visible through the transparent walls, but completely inaccessible to the public. Only library staff can enter this central stack. 2 additional basement levels contain another 1 million volumes in high-density shelving. The entire collection can be flooded with fire suppression gas if smoke detectors activate. Every new acquisition gets frozen as a precautionary measure against insect infestations, a technique the Beinecke pioneered after discovering death watch beetles in their collection in 1977. These libraries share a common thread. They restrict access not because the books contain dangerous secrets, but because the materials themselves are fragile, rare, and irreplaceable. The Vatican's documents are mostly bureaucratic records requiring scholarly interpretation. The Bibliotheca Joanina's volumes need protection from humidity, temperature fluctuations, and human handling. The Beinecke's manuscripts would deteriorate rapidly under unrestricted public access and face theft from determined criminals. The real mystery isn't what these libraries hide, but what they reveal. They show us how societies preserve knowledge, how institutions protect cultural heritage, and how restrictions often serve mundane practical purposes rather than sinister ones. The forbidden libraries of popular imagination don't really exist. What we find instead are carefully managed collections where access requires patience, credentials, and respect for preservation protocols. Still, some mysteries remain genuinely unsolved. The Voynich manuscript continues to defy explanation, its strange script and bizarre illustrations mocking every attempt at translation. Perhaps it's an elaborate hoax created by someone with too much time and expensive parchment. Perhaps it's a genuine text in a lost language that will one day be decoded. Or perhaps, as some researchers suggest, It's deliberately constructed nonsense designed to look meaningful without actually saying anything at all. Until someone cracks the code, if there even is one to crack, the manuscript keeps its secrets locked away not behind doors, but within its own indecipherable pages.